and welcome to the Arcade Football Podcast, episode 10 of season 2. We are, well, at least halfway through our series, I hope. I think
we're somewhere through.
We're
in there somewhere,
yeah. We've got Matt Ty in the studio with us.
Hello.
As well as Graham Eyre.
Hello.
On the phone we've got Stuart Irvine.
Hey guys.
We've got a new recruit today.
Bringing in through the new blood.
Got to give you for chance.
Performance-based contract.
Yeah, we've got Mark with us.
Hiya. Thanks for having me.
Mark's an Arsenal fan. So
ooh.
I'm sorry already.
What's the alternative, really?
Lots.
You know,
lots
of alternatives. But
I was just thinking, if we're all here once, we're going to have so many different accents on this show now.
Yeah, we've got a lot.
Matt's from Essex, you're Brummie.
Well,
there's Graham.
Mark, yeah.
Oh
yeah. Yeah. So we've got a lot to get through. In the last hour or so, we'll start with this. In the last hour or so, the African Cup of Nations, well, basically was Guinea and Mali both finished on exactly the same points, exactly the same results. All this across the board in the African Cup of Nations Group D to finish second. And turns out in the rules somewhere in the rule book G,
subsection G, paragraph 4,
it said that if that happens, the two teams have to draw lots and see who goes through.
Well, let's go for knots and crosses next time. Why don't we?
Guinea have gone through in the last half an hour. Mali are out. What a ridiculous way to decide an international football tournament. Could you imagine that World Cup final, like by level after extra time?
Oh look, they're playing tic-tac-toe.
Tic-tac-toe, here we go.
They might have as well have settled it doing rock, paper, scissors, best out of 3.
Exactly. Could you imagine Zinedine Zidane and Cannavaro in 2006?
Yeah. Or pick your best fighter who can have a fight.
Well, Zidane would win that one.
Yeah.
Just don't bring his mum into it.
What's even weirder is that they were the last game of the group. So if they knew it was going to be that, it was like, I'll just go extra time.
It finished 1-1 on Wednesday, I believe, which is yesterday, because we're recording it on a Thursday afternoon. Finished 1-1. Why did they not just do extra time or just a straight penalty shootout? People say a penalty shootout isn't fair enough.
Drawing straws is not exactly...
Well, technically, it is fair enough because it's 50-50, isn't it, really? But
can you imagine how gutted they're going to be right now? There's Mali and Douglas on the plane back. They're going to be sitting there crying their bloody eyes out because these shits couldn't get nothing to go.
To be fair, it's their own fault for sending up the blind person to do this. Actually, I'm not going to go into that conversation.
Yeah. I'm just having to wind it back a little bit now. I'm going to save it all for later.
That's another day.
So Stuart, would you be happy if Liverpool and Chelsea the other day, instead of going to extra time, just went, John Terry, Steven Gerrard, you pick one and you pick the other. Go.
Well, no. It's freaking terrible. I'll rather go through what happened and happen to lose because of picking a straw or picking a number of coins. Terrible.
They may as well have just done numbers and sent the two captains in and go, right, you're one, salt and pepper or something. You know, like you used to do when you're playing football with your mates and you decide in the teams.
Yeah.
To be fair, the Confederation of African Football have said that they're considering replacing the process of drawing lots. Yeah. Because,
with what? A thumb war?
You know what made it worse? Is that they waited. Usually the rule is that they do the lots straight after the game on the pitch. Suddenly the African Cup of Nations people decided that they were going to do it the day after, on the Thursday, to make everyone wait a whole 24 hours. Just like, no, you don't know whether you're going home yet. You stay right there in your hotel room and sweat it out, you little bastard. You know what I mean?
I thought this was a non-swearing podcast.
If I'm not allowed to swear, then neither are you.
Just put a warning at the bottom. Contains explicit language.
Can we just put some beeps in?
Yeah, but then it'd just be, Graham, what do you think? Oh, well, I'd beep. Now, in fairness, right, anybody who's listened to our podcast knows what to expect.
Yeah.
Graham.
Which is why we're always saying we're sorry.
Don't sue.
Yeah, please don't sue me.
We haven't really mentioned much of the African Cup of Nations. I don't think many of us actually watched it, to be fair.
I've watched one game. I think it was a draw.
That's a good start.
It's not been the best, has it?
No.
Journalistic integrity there.
I think something out of the opening, how many games? Probably 75% were draws.
Yeah.
They were.
It's probably the most entertaining start to a tournament
Well, look at
I've
it
never
this way.
seen.
Look at it this way with Mali and Guinea, right? Mali and Guinea. Anyway, they've all 3 group games. They drew them all. Both sides drew them all. What are the odds? They both scored exactly the same, obviously, amount of goals, and away goals. And
I think there was a bit of under the table dealing there. Sounds a bit dodgy, doesn't it?
It's not quite right. And it is the AFCON, isn't it? So
If Mali did some under the table deals and they've gone out,
yeah, it didn't quite work.
I think they need some
Somebody's
better
crossed the
people.
numbers there.
you should probably up the price from like a £5 to maybe a £10 or so.
And a pack of cigarettes or something.
No.
I don't know.
Is this not something like Shawshank? It's like 10 packs of cigarettes and you're in the final.
Anyway, we're going to move on from the African Cup of Nations, from one political farce to another.
FIFA!
Yay! My favourite!
We're hoping that Graham doesn't go on a 20-minute rant like last time.
I'm not making any promises.
But the challenges have come in for Sepp Blatter's FIFA Presidential reign, and hopefully Blatter's
End.
falls on his
End of
face, and then loses out.
And then, yeah.
It's already fallen off stage once.
But
We can only hope for it
to
again.
make it worse, 2 candidates going up against him are 2 former footballers who have no political experience whatsoever.
So great choices. as
Great
well.
choices. Luis Figo and
But let's
David
talk about Luis
Ginola.
Figo first, because
Let's
like,
talk about
at least with
Figo.
Figo, it sounds like it might be a legitimate thing. He might actually care. Or at least it hasn't come out yet, but he's being paid by a betting company. Not that we're going to name any names, because, I don't want to get sued. But, yeah. Whereas Ginola, on the other hand, is
is that what? Yeah.
he's taking the mickey.
Yeah, he is. He is indeed. I mean, I've said off air. He's basically just saying, "I'll bring the women in," as he lifts his.
As he lifts up his top for the cameras while speaking about how he wants to make FIFA more transparent and solidarity. Solidarity is important, but so are my abs.
It is expected he'll be dumped out the election race pretty soon. To be
Yeah.
fair,
Yeah,
which makes a lot of sense. I'm guessing Figo will follow. The other contenders, which are the main ones, really, there's 3, I believe.
Yeah. Jerome Champagne.
Jerome Champagne was a FIFA Deputy Secretary General for 11 years, personal advisor to Blatter. So, it's a bit of a teacher versus student battle going on there. Then there's the Prince of Jordan, I believe. I think he's the Prince of Jordan. Prince Ali bin Al Hussein, which will move quickly.
Yeah,
on
we'll
from.
move quickly on because I think we've discussed this already.
And the most likely to actually get it besides Blatter, Michael van Praag, who's the current head of Dutch FA.
Yeah,
And he's already backed by the Scottish FA, because they think
They were just looking for an excuse to mug off Blatter, though, let's face
yeah.
it.
I think the English FA have also.
We've gone for.
I think we've gone for
Prince Ali.
Yeah. I'm not saying anything.
I'm just dying to start singing that Aladdin song. Prince Ali.
I can show
Arabian Night.
Welcome to Arcade Football Talk, the musical.
Stuart, who would you vote for if you was a FIFA ambassador thing person?
I don't really know. I wouldn't go for the Luis Figo or David Ginola, that's for sure. I'd probably go for the one that the Scottish FA's gone for. Was it?
Van Praag.
Yeah, pretty much, because as you said, it's the only serious choice, really.
Am I the only one thinking that it sounds like an old joke, like an Englishman, a Scotsman, an Irishman walks into a bar?
A Dutchman, a Jordanian, a Portuguese man, a Swiss man,
And an old fogey.
and this old guy all walk into a bar. 3 of them get kicked out because they don't have the requisite votes, but the rest of them, they're good to go.
The rest are great.
All jokes,
Great.
all jokes aside, though, is this good? Because we were saying something needed to be done. Is this what needed to be done?
From what UEFA has said, because Blatter said he's disappointed that there's not more UEFA people going for it, like Michel Platini. But UEFA just gone, we're just trying to get as many people against you as we can. So we will help Ginola, Van Praag and
I'm very surprised that Platini hasn't gone for it, because to me, when he was put in charge of UEFA, I always thought him being in that role, he was just being
He's just getting ready,
for the FIFA role. It seems destined that he will take the FIFA role, unfortunately.
He's done a good enough job of UEFA. He's done better than Sepp Blatter. There's not constant stuff about UEFA being like
corrupt.
massively corrupt.
Massively corrupt, yeah.
Just a little bit of corruption.
Mark, if a Dutch guy gets in, or anyone else like that, do you think Arsenal might actually have a chance in Europe?
More of a chance than United do this season.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of something witty, but I can't. Actually.
Who would you actually want, though?
I mean, Van Praag seems like he's pretty efficient. You know, he's done a decent job, I think.
Dutch.
You know.
Because they're well known for their efficiency.
I think, you know, thinking about it, I'd get like Karen Brady in.
Oh my
Karen
Brady! You know, she's done a good job on The Apprentice.
To be honest, if Karen Brady, former Birmingham City owner, or whatever she was, if she took over at FIFA, she used to be at Blues, if she took over at FIFA, I would stop any connections with football ever.
Karen Brady, you have our backing.
Take up croquet or something.
I hate Karen Brady.
We'll write a letter to FIFA saying that we're backing Karen Brady.
No, don't, because if you write a letter saying that and it came out Karen Brady, you go, oh, that people want.
No, but in all seriousness, like Luis Figo going, that's a bit of a joke. You know, is he just bored?
He got tired of spending his millions and millions of pounds.
Yeah.
He was just like, oh, sod it. You know what I'll do?
Is it Figo or Raul that is now playing for like the New York Cosmos?
Raul.
Yeah, Raul.
I would have thought Figo would also be doing it, because he's still.
I think,
about
to be honest, I thought Figo had like died. He went into that.
He went into hibernation.
Nobody cared.
I last saw him at the Champions League final in Lisbon, where he did the old, because he was like the ambassador, because he was in Lisbon. And since then, he's just has been heard of, like, you know, he's just hibernation. FIFA.
He's basically him saying, "Look at me, I'm Figo, I'm still here."
Yeah, but at the same time, I suppose it shows like all these different FAs that are backing all these other people to go for it. It kind of shows that Sepp Blatter's, like, I think it's over for him now.
Been a bit rubbish.
Well, literally
it shows that people are getting that fed up with him that they're willing to back David Ginola and Luis Figo.
Well, yeah, the two ex-footballers coming out is literally them saying, we're fed up of FIFA's corruptness. I can do a better job than Sepp Blatter. Basically,
and I don't know what I'm even talking about right now.
Exactly. We're going to move on from this because I can smell Graham ranting.
My blood's boiling.
And we'll go into the League Cup quarter-finals, the Capital One Cup semi-finals even. We won't start with Liverpool-Chelsea because, Stuart, we don't want any tears just yet.
Ha! So we're going to start with the other one?
So we're going to
because that's guaranteed to get an easy reaction from me. It was so close!
We're going to start with Sheffield United versus Tottenham last night. As I say, we're recording on Thursday afternoon. It was a cracking game by the looks of it. I didn't see it personally.
It was an amazing
game. Belting.
Dave started to like nearly crap himself.
Dave is an RK football friend who's a Tottenham fan. Yeah, he was nervous, as you say. What do we think? What do we think about Che Adams? This youngster who
he played 136 minutes. No, he played 136 minutes of professional football before that, and he comes on against one of the top teams in England and scores 2 goals.
Fair play.
Well played.
Thug life.
He's doing now 18, and we're here talking about him. I think I've chosen the wrong career.
Yeah, I'm starting to think I've gone wrong somewhere in my life.
So Tottenham went through eventually because of the
aggregate.
Yeah, aggregate scores 3-2 because they won at Hart Lane. Christian Eriksen did it late again for Spurs.
Cracking free kick, by the way.
It was an amazing free kick.
What a goal.
It's not the first time he's done it in the last couple of minutes. I mean, I remember Hull City, Swansea,
Leicester.
Well, they were saying he's scored 5 winners in the last few minutes of games. I think it'll be 6 now, because...
Yeah.
But I don't know if that was just for the Premier League.
I saw a quote where literally Christian Eriksen, if they're losing or going out into a game where it's last 5 minutes and they need a goal, he says to everyone, just give me the ball. Why not say that at the first minute?
In the first start, yeah.
Well, he scored after half an hour to give him a 2-0 aggregate lead, and they thought, job done. It got to the 77th minute, and Che Adams went, nah, mate.
That's the problem with Tottenham in a nutshell. They start winning, they go, job done.
Yeah.
They are through to the final, though.
It doesn't say much about Tottenham as well that one of their best players is like, oh, bugger it, just give me the ball.
I'll do it for you.
Don't worry about it, guys. I've got this.
You just sit down. It's literally like when you're a kid and you're playing with people that can't kick a ball. You're like, oh, we 1-0 down. Just give me the ball. Come on, let's go.
You end up playing like every position. You're a goalie, star striker, captain. You're just running around the pitch. Ah!
Anyway, so Sheffield United out, Tottenham through. They will play Chelsea, as it was found out the day before, in a highly entertaining game at Stamford Bridge. It was one of the best. 0-0 after 90 minutes, but 1-0 after extra time. One of the best, low-scoring games you'll ever see. There was chances, there was fouls, there was incidents, very much incidents. Diego Costa seemed to stamp his authority on this.
Oh, that was good.
Yeah, he definitely plays stamp on things, didn't he?
Did you think of that beforehand?
Yeah.
That was really
He's been
good.
thinking of it since the day after.
Did you see what was going around Twitter and Facebook? It's like one more stamp for Liverpool, and could they get a free Costa?
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, no, wasn't it? If Costa gets one more stamp, they'll get a free coffee or something like that.
Something along those lines.
It came out that he was charged for the stamp on Emre Can, I think.
Yeah.
It goes. Not for the ones after on Skirtle, as well as the basic headbutt on Steven Gerrard, which the referee was just like, come on now, children, pack it up. Anyway, he's actually appealed it in the last half an hour of recording, right? He's appealed it, and on the back of that, Chelsea have cancelled their press conference for tomorrow morning, just because Mourinho's basically gone,
He's thrown his
I don't
toys out,
believe
cut.
he's stamped, I don't want to answer any more questions. So, are Chelsea right that Diego Costa didn't stamp? Or is it just completely, just take the charge?
I'm pretty sure that was a stamp.
Well,
I can't see why they'd want to risk it, because he's such an important player for them. That if this doesn't come up through now for him, if it goes badly, they've lost him for a big portion of what's left.
It's a 3-game ban. If they don't contest it, 3-game ban. If they do contest it, it's fast tracked till tomorrow, then a 3-game ban.
It could wind up bigger ban though if they think they've wasted their time, basically.
they'll put
They'll put another couple of games on, and that's a massive chunk of the season.
Damn it!
But at the same time, it shows that Mourinho is passionate in the fact that he doesn't believe he does. It's the actual, as I say, it's the stamp on Emre Can that is under investigation, because the Skirtle one not. The Skirtle one actually looked like it could have been accidental.
Yeah.
But the Emre Can one, he just basically goes, "Are you on the floor there? You're right. Break your leg." You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, he got lucky, didn't he?
It's ridiculous. He will get charged, and he will end up with 5-game ban personally.
I did see an article yesterday actually saying that basically Diego Costa is like the on-field version of Jose Mourinho, which is why he's always got his back. Because they're both unnecessarily angry. You can tell they care a little bit too much about what's happening on the pitch.
Is it bad for the game now?
I think we've got another Suarez incident here. You know, Chelsea have got a Suarez on their hands.
He's not racist and he doesn't eat people. I think he's fine.
Give it time.
You're basically assaulting people on the pitch.
It's something he's done his entire career.
Yeah.
He's headbutted a lot of people.
Is that a thing in his part of the world? Like, is that how they? Is that what they do?
It's a big thing over in Spain. Run up to your opponent and just be like, "All right, mate."
Bang! Is that a culture thing?
You got to remember, he's actually Brazilian, so you never know.
You never know.
Gracias for the meal.
Bang.
Whack!
That's how he says thank you.
He was just meeting him with gratitude.
I actually
Lots of gratitude.
I actually really like the way he plays a lot of the time. Maybe not the stamps, but he intentionally goes out to wind up his opponents so they get sent off. I'm not being funny, right? If I was up against someone that I knew was temperamental, I'd be doing the same.
You'd want to, don't you?
You know what I mean?
No, I like it as well, but he sometimes goes too far.
Too far.
Like there's playing on the edge, and then there's sort of Diego Costa basically.
Stuart, how much do you want to grab Diego Costa by the throat?
I probably would like to. I'm just glad he got the ban.
We haven't got the ban yet. He's
He's appealed it.
He's not going to get it. If he gets it, I'll be very. If he gets it overturned, I'll be very surprised.
Yeah, that'll be a big uproar if he does.
Yeah, so I mean, when I saw it, when I was watching the match, it was just like I didn't know you know, like when you saw it and you didn't, it's like, why is Emre Can getting all riled up for? And then you saw the replay and it's just like,
Whoa.
how the referee didn't see that. But I mean, the second one I can understand, that could have been accidental. But at the first one, I don't seem excusable, to be honest.
But with Costa getting this violent conduct charge, will Vertonghen get a charge for pretty much grabbing the Blades player around the throat?
He needs to.
That remains to be
ridiculous.
seen at the minute. I do know that Diego Costa should have been given a penalty in the first half as well. That people are just brushing under the
I think the main difference between the Vertonghen thing and the Costa was in the League Cup, the rule is that they have to go to the referee if none of the assistants have seen it and said, watch it back. If it was a red card, then he gets the ban. Whereas in the Premier League, it's just somebody else watches it and says, "Oh, we're going to ban you."
So we've Costa.
Whereas Vertonghen, I think the referee saw it and chose not to deal with it. So I'm not sure there's anything they can do.
So with Costa getting the ban, basically the referees have looked back on and said, "I'd have sent him off."
It was a straight red card offence. So now we can go ahead with banning him.
Interesting.
But surely,
which is a crock, by the way.
But I understand that completely, but surely going for someone's throat is worse than a stamp.
I agree with you, but
no, in my opinion, it's not, because a stamp can end careers.
You're practically choking someone if you grab them by the throat.
Yeah, I know, but you won't injure them that badly. If he stamps and he breaks his ankle,
it's not going to get to the point where he's actually choking him out. He's unconscious.
If it had really hurt him, Emre Can would never have played again.
Yeah, there's always that risk with a stamp, whereas choking, it's a bit of a dick move, and then you kind of get up and you go, "Oh."
Did you see him fall over after?
Yeah, that was a jerk as well.
That was embarrassing, but
Costa's not the only superstar as such in trouble, deciding he's a UFC fighter.
I can you imagine that on WWE, Costa.
Yeah. I suppose he didn't join the Royal Rumble personally. Cristiano Ronaldo's been given a 2-match ban after
being a penis.
It's the only way to describe it. He basically
punched him.
Goes to throw a punch, does a bit of a shoulder block, and then just
kick someone in the ass.
Yeah, just take that. It reminded me of Joey Barton a few years ago in the final game of the season.
Oh, against
where he just went psycho, kicked out I think it was Micah Richards or someone like that, and then went to headbutt Tevez or something like that, and then Mario Balotelli came walking over and Barton went,
whoa.
See you later.
Calm down. There's no need for that, Mario.
Just Mario, settle down.
Get out of it, mate. Just nah.
It was just banter, Mario. No.
I was only joking.
Mario Balotelli.
That's a new one for that.
That's a new one.
Ronaldo's been given a 2-match ban, which is a shame for Real Madrid because they need him. Because when you've got Ronaldo, you always need him. To be honest, he's going to miss games against Real Sociedad and Seville, which are tough games.
Yeah, but to be fair, it's not as if they've got a lack of players to come in, is it?
The Seville game though is their game in hand.
Yeah, which is tough. You will be available for the derby against Atletico, which is good news for them. Bad news for Atletico.
Before we move off Spain, can I just say Torres is doing stuff in
Torres is a boss, man.
How many seconds was it before he scored?
I think it was in the first 30 or 40 seconds.
This is Torres' 3 goals for Atletico Madrid. 2 against Real Madrid, 1 against Barcelona. The 2 against Real Madrid were the first 50 seconds of the first half, then the first 40 of the second half.
Yeah.
Then against Barcelona in the 36th second he scored a goal.
Tell you why, Fernando Torres is home.
It looks like the old Torres again as well.
It's looking like Torres.
Like, he's not quite as quick and stuff like that.
He's not going to be quite.
He's not going to be though, is he? But he's playing like the old Torres, like the runs and stuff like that.
The sharpness is there.
Yes.
It's good to see actually, because everyone felt.
I also enjoy it because it just proves Chelsea wrong.
It's always good.
All right then, Matt.
There's Milan
Tension in the air.
Milan Mandaric is in the news again. He's sold Sheffield Wednesday. They've been brought by a Thai consortium led by businessman. Here we go. Dej Fan Chansiri. Yeah.
Nice. Well played.
They own the Thai Union Frozen Club group, which
Frozen Club.
I
My God, no!
I hope it's not just the Thai fan group for the film. It should be really good.
Can you imagine their new walkout thing is that Let It Go song?
It would work when.
I'd hate Wednesday even more.
To be fair, it would work when he meets with Milan Mandaric. She's like, "I want to buy the club. Let it go." Anyway, is this good news for Sheffield Wednesday? It could be really bad news if
I'm
it
not
goes to
discussing it.
Portsmouth.
I'm not talking about Wednesday. I'm
Why?
sorry, I can't do it. I hate them.
But seriously, enough. Imagine it'll either go one of two ways. They'll either end up like Portsmouth, and the fans will have to buy them out, which sucks for Sheffield Wednesday.
Could end up like Leeds.
They could end up like Leeds, where nothing happens. Or there's the third option then.
Doing a City.
Doing a City. Could you imagine that? 5 years' time. And the winners of the Premier
No.
League, Sheffield Wednesday.
No.
Not in our lifetime. No.
No.
Dream on, sunshine.
It'd be nice for Hillsborough to be known for something else, though, to be fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a bit...
No, it was good. That was good. No, because
It was okay.
No.
We've said worse.
That was a bit...
Moving on, Peter Crouch and
Get
Glenn
the
Whelan
shorts
have
out.
signed contract extensions at Stoke City. They've both signed a 2-year
try.
contract extension.
Good for Stoke.
Yeah.
Crouch is actually Stoke's record signing.
At £10 million.
£10 million from Tottenham. Two things. Why would you buy Peter Crouch for £10 million?
Well, would you pay £10 million for Peter Crouch?
And two, if you're looking back on your history books, you go, so who's your record signing? Oh, Peter Crouch. You'd want to shoot yourself, wouldn't you? You know what I mean?
Yeah, no matter what the price was, if it was Peter Crouch at all.
So he's more expensive than Bojan?
Oh.
I just...
Or Arnautovic, or...
Anyone.
Jesus.
Isn't
There's
Bojan's also
something
out?
wrong with this world.
Saying that.
Bojan's out for the season. He's
Yeah.
got anterior cruciate ligament.
That
yeah,
sucks
that's
as
good
well.
news.
Sucks for Stoke.
He's got a cracker goal
That was a
on Monday.
belter.
Is Crouch really worth bringing in for another 2 years?
He's good for him, his experience.
He's a target man.
He'll be 35 by the time his contract runs out.
Players have been playing for a lot longer than that, though.
He'd probably become a squad player though.
Yes, I think Stoke's thinking is if they put him on a 2-year contract, they can sell him for money. If they put him on a 1-year contract, he'll just run out his contract and go for a free. Glenn Whelan's 2 years.
31.
I never realised Glenn Whelan was actually 2 years younger than Peter Crouch, even though he looks like he's about 60. You know what I mean? Anyway, so yeah, good news for Stoke. Here's where Graham's going to rant.
Real Madrid are set to rename the Santiago Bernabeu.
It's going to be renamed the Abu Dhabi Santiago Bernabeu.
The Santi Burger.
The Santi Burger.
I like that.
Oh, that's a decent name, the Santi Burger.
If the new deal will actually renovate the stadium as well, like it needs renovating even more.
Yeah, because it's looking a bit ratty at the moment, isn't it?
It will increase capacity to 90,000. I
From-
thought it already held 90,000.
Yeah, I thought it was.
The Bernabeu is personally my favourite stadium.
It's currently 81,000. It's just
Apart
a
from Villa Park, obviously.
Obviously, because, you know,
Yeah, but who
there's a big difference between, like, the top class places like Villa Park and then, like, the slightly lesser places like, you
Of
know,
the Santi
Bernabeu, Nou Camp,
No, it's-
Old Trafford.
It's
Best
the
stadium.
Santi Burger. It's
The Santi Burger.
From now on, the Santiago Bernabeu is the Santi Burger. I'm sorry.
Tweet us with hashtag Santi Burger.
In honesty though, it's nice that they haven't actually taken out the Bernabeu part of it because it's named after a former legendary player. So that's good. I'm waiting for the Florentino Perez Stadium,
Oh.
which is going to be coming soon. He loves himself, that guy.
Oh.
I don't.
Oh, actually, it could be renamed. As
Yeah,
part of
well,
a
what's-
wage of 500 million euros.
Oh yeah, it's not set in stone, but it's like.
It's a deal with UAE-based International Petroleum Investment Company.
Oh, it's
Wait.
petrol, right?
Wait.
I knew it
The
was-
other option, if they don't choose the Abu Dhabi one, is the CEPSA. That's a company in America, I believe. CEPSA. I know that name.
Seps.
That's familiar.
Like Kepsa, sort of CEPSA. Oh no, they're a Spanish company.
Spanish petrol.
Spanish petrol. I mean, that's it. Name your stadium after petrol.
Well, it's just like
It's the Spanish branch of the UAE consortium.
Oh.
So it's like
This is...
it's like
This is too much for a football podcast.
It's our BP.
Yeah. Could you imagine how Man City's that? And welcome to the BP Etihad Stadium.
God, yeah.
It's bad enough with the Emirates and the Etihad. And all
Yeah.
that. And the Sports Direct Arena, that's St James's Park.
Is that not
That
been
will
renamed
always
now?
be-
It's gone back to St James's Park.
Yeah.
I was actually having this argument with someone the other day because they had to write about Pride Park.
It's not the
Derby
iPro,
Stadium.
isn't
It's
it?
called the iPro Stadium, but it will always be Pride
Pride
Park.
Park.
Yeah.
You can call it what you want. It's like if they renamed Old Trafford, no, it will always be Old Trafford. It's ridiculous.
Better not, by the way.
It's like, no, well, to be fair, it's like Upton Park. Many people still call it the bowling ground.
Yeah.
So, I can't imagine the Abu Dhabi bit really being said.
Well, there's no point really renaming it again because they're moving to the Olympic Stadium in like 2 seasons.
No, but I can't imagine the Abu Dhabi bit being said.
The Abu Dhabi Park.
Well, it's always just the Bernabeu, isn't it? They don't even bother with the Santiago bit
yeah,
because it's just the Bernabeu.
I can't really see there being too much problems. I mean, you've got Arabs, petrol, and corruption. What can really go wrong?
Be a perfect mix for FIFA.
Yeah, exactly.
FIFA sponsored by Arabs.
Do you think that's a joint thing now?
Is that what Prince Jordan's going for?
That's what he's doing. That dodgy git.
You heard it here first.
Heard it here first from the stand-in.
Yeah.
Can we move off this topic? Because
these guys' views are not the views of RK Football. Anyway, we've got transfer news. Crystal Palace today have confirmed the signings of Jordan Much and Shola Amiobi. Jordan Much has actually gone for about £4 million.
I think it said 4.75.
That's sad for Amiobi. Like, you know, I expected a bit more for him.
Amiobi's gone for nothing.
He's gone for free.
Yeah,
I thought you said Amiobi was
it's Jordan Much.
Jordan Much is
4.75.
Jordan Much joined QPR 6 months ago from Cardiff, and now he's
never got given a chance. To be fair,
I do
so I
feel
can see why he
really
wants to
sorry
move
for him
on.
because Jordan Much is actually a top class player.
Yeah, he's very good.
He was
you
probably
can see the goals he's
at
got.
Cardiff last year. For me, he was probably their best player.
He's made 11 appearances all competitions for QPR. Started his career at the dark side of Birmingham.
Oof.
Then moved to Cardiff in 2012, featuring 60 times. Then moved to QPR.
I just want to retract my statement. Anyway, Crystal Palace are also on the verge of signing an African player whose name fails to come to my mind right now. He played in the African Cup of Nations the other day and got knocked out, so he'll be on his way. That's another £6 million deal or something like that. So Pardew's bringing in strikers as well. I don't know why when you've got Dwight Gale.
And the absolute top scorer that is Shamak, you know, that's guaranteed to get like European golden
Let's
boot.
not forget Yaya Sanogo.
Yeah, but look at the strikers that Palace have got now, including Much and Amiobi. You've got Much, Amiobi, Shamak, Gale, Sanogo, Fraser Campbell. These are actually top class strikers.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? When you look at Villas and you've got Benteke, Libor Kozak, and well, I wouldn't even class Agbon Lahore and Vyman as strikers anymore. So we've got two basically.
Glenn Murray can also play as a forward.
Glenn Murray, you know, like he's out on loan, I believe, but he's still at the club.
He's still there.
Yeah, it's absolutely ridiculous if you ask me.
Did you see the guy who scored for West Ham the other day, Sacco, is being criticised by the African Cup of Nations?
Oh
Yeah.
Because he didn't play for his country, which is Cameroon, I think.
Because he had a bad back or something.
He had an injury and then came home and played for West Ham 2 days later. Seems legit. Then again, I'd rather play for West Ham personally.
Well, Cameroon finished bottom of their group, which included the Mali and the Guinea.
It was actually a tough group, really. If you look at for African sides, I was probably like
there's Ivory Coast, Cameroon,
to
Mali,
be fair,
and Guinea.
When you don't really hear much about like Mali and places like that, but the players that they actually got are pretty good players. Like Seydou Keita, he's a good player.
Algeria will win the whole trophy for me, by the way. I'm just saying, Algeria with Leicester City's Riyad Mahrez, I think.
He's a good player as well. I like him.
Yeah.
Doesn't they also have Spurs and Nabil Bentaleb?
Yeah. And moving on to West Ham, who are in talks to sign Darren Fletcher on a free transfer. Fletcher has been granted the free transfer by United. That must be horrible to be at a club all your life and then basically be told, yeah, we don't want you anymore.
We want you so little that we're going to let you go for free.
We don't think you're worth anything.
You mean nothing to
I don't know.
me.
I think it might be the other way around. I think it might be he wants to go get guaranteed first team football. So let's go to West Ham because let's face it, he's a better player than pretty much all their midfielders put together.
He probably has brought out his contract, which has cost him a bit.
Yeah. Well, I think even then, like he's done that much for him, and he's put up with so much whilst he's been there. He's had the operations. He's had a year and a bit out from ulcerative colitis,
tonsillitis,
or whatever it was that he had.
He was ill.
He was
very, very ill.
So
like, I think they might just be sort of trying to be nice guys about it and just being like, don't worry about it, West Ham will sort you out.
Sam Allardyce in his broad Dudley accent has dismissed reports for Swansea striker Bafétimbi Gomez and Burnley forward Danny Ings. He said, I think that with having Enner Valencia, Diafra Sakho, Colton Cole and Andy Carroll have more than enough front men to cope with the demands of the rest of the season. If we include Carroll as a top striker, right, Out of those 4 names, one of them doesn't quite fit. Because Valencia's top class, Sacco's top class. Say you include Carroll because he's on a bit of fun. Carlton Cole?
No.
Really?
Really?
You know what I mean? He's been loaned to everywhere in England.
Yeah, but to be fair, I suppose he'd probably be a decent player to have next to like someone smaller like Valencia.
Stuart, would you take Carlton Cole at Crawley?
We'll take anything at the moment, to be honest. So,
Crawley have actually appointed Dean Saunders as manager in the last couple of weeks.
It's always a sign you're doing well.
Well,
Yeah,
in fairness, he was doing really well, Saunders, before he went to Wolves, and that just failed.
Well, it's Wolves. It's guaranteed to fail.
Well, that's what, well, yeah, but everyone blamed it. Everyone blamed it on Dean Saunders, and then in fairness to them, they brought in the manager that's in charge now and got promoted. So
probably wasn't sure.
Dean Saunders is a Villa legend, so I will not say a bad word.
No.
But
Leave that to me. He's crap.
yeah. We'll go from Darren Fletcher, former Man United midfielder now, to another former Man United midfielder, Paul Pogba. Paul Pogba has said his agent, so take that with a
Who also, by the way, was going to run for FIFA president.
What, Paul Pogba?
No, his agent.
What, Mino Raiola?
Yeah, he was going to run for it, and then as soon as then Prague went in, he said, "Oh, it was only just about having a good candidate." So, like, now that we've got a good candidate, catch you in a bit, guys.
Wait, we've got a good candidate.
Then Prague. Basically, he's backing him.
Yeah. Anyway, so Paul Pogba said he will leave Juventus within the next 2 years, according to his agent. He's only 21. He left United in a array of
Under a bit of a
controversy.
rain cloud.
Yeah. He's going to leave Juve in the same way. He's only scored 8 goals in 26 games this season, but his agent believes that, well, this is the quote he said, "If you cannot take Cristiano Ronaldo, Lionel Messi or Zlatan Ibrahimovic, you can only go for Paul Pogba." Yeah.
Because Sergio Aguero and Edinson Cavani, Angel Di Maria,
Eden Hazard.
Bale, Hazard, none of those.
He said.
Oh, no.
He said. His agent said he believes that that Pogba, who cost Juve a reported £800,000 from United,
Bargain.
from 2.5 years ago, would only go for a world record fee, which at the moment is over €100 million.
Which is disgusting. Again,
No, I'm
but
not.
don't get me
It is
started.
disgusting. But Paul Pogba is not worth €100 million. I have to bang the desk for that.
I just want to get across how much he's not worth this money.
He's not, though. Come on. If he's worth 100 million, I'm worth 10.
I guess I'm worth 15.
No.
Northernness and all that.
Every time
The accent adds on a good
Graham,
2.5.
every time you ever play football, and this is a little anecdote for anyone listening.
Oh,
Whenever
my.
we play football as an arcade group, Graham ends up doing the splits somehow.
He just does.
And it's not a voluntary thing either. It's not like I just go, oh, you know what, I'm just going to show off for a bit. I'm just going to limber up for these guys.
It's always been great because
You say great, I say traumatising.
it's great because one time you did the split, someone pelted you at the ball as well at the same time as you going down.
Yeah.
So you got,
Yeah, who did that?
I wonder.
Anyway, seeing as Mark's here, we've got a bit of Arsenal news. They've signed someone today.
Yeah, red.
Where's our buzzer for that? Arsenal have signed. Whoa!
Was it Villarreal? Or
yeah.
Gabriel Paulista, who is a defender, signed for €15 million, which is roughly
About £11.2 million.
£11.2 million. While Joel Campbell joined Villarreal a couple of days ago on loan till the end of the season. I don't know much about Paulista. I do watch Spanish football, but he hasn't shone really.
No.
It screams of a Nacho Monreal signing, doesn't it?
I hope so.
And
But Wenger's
hope
classic
so.
for that. I mean, Monreal's been quite good for us.
Mm.
You know, I still think he hasn't come good yet.
I don't think he's worth the money you paid for him personally. Arsenal were granted a work permit today. He can play at centre half or full back, and he's Brazilian actually.
Personally,
Is he?
yeah, he's uncapped Brazilian.
Uncapped Brazilian. 24 uncapped Brazilian defender, right? If he's that good with the Brazil defence the way it is now,
Why isn't he
he
playing for
would
them?
be in the squad
Yeah.
by now.
And we don't need
It just
a full-back or...
no,
Yeah.
it just
Anything
kind
like
of
You need a centre back.
We need a centre-back. We don't need a full-back.
it kind of screams to me of like they've heard all the fans going on about we want a centre back, we want a defensive midfielder. So they've just been like, right, let's look down this list. Who's a centre back? Who's a centre back? Who's cheap? You'll do.
Cheap. 15 million euros.
They've just got off the back of spending a fortune on Sanchez and Ozil, so 11 million.
As much as I'm glad they haven't, they could have had Ron Vlaar for about 5 million because he's out of contract in the summer.
Yeah.
And Wenger's chosen not to go for him, which is good for me. I mean, like, hands off.
Didn't
But
Arsenal sign a young midfielder last week? That Christian Bleak.
Yeah, Bielik. Yeah, but he's never gonna. He's not. I don't think he's really. They're saying that he's gonna get into the first team.
How old is he? Like 12.
Yeah.
Stuart, didn't you?
He's young enough to be my kid, for Christ's sakes.
Speaking of your 12-year-old signing for clubs for ridiculous money, Martin Odegaard,
£80,000 a week. I'm doing this for free.
That's sickening, that.
I'm just going to turn Graham's microphone down.
80,000 a week to sit at Real Madrid's bench for at least 2 years.
It might actually get cancelled because Real Madrid are about to be given a transfer embargo for their youth. FIFA are going to investigate their youth transfers for the last 7 years. So, yeah,
I find it surprising. Sorry,
I was going to say FIFA's new rule. Well, now that they're being bought over, I think the players are now being paid in free petrol or something. You know, they just fill your car up.
To be fair, that probably suited Real Madrid.
Yeah.
It's time for us when we're on top of your gas for free.
I think it's amazing that this Odegaard kid's been touring Europe. He's done more stops than U2, for Christ's sake. This kid's gone everywhere, and everyone wanted him. And he's gone for £3 million.
I don't think it's even that.
I don't understand what the hell his old club were thinking. They could have got at least 20 million if he's going to be as good as people were saying.
To be fair.
We're just that desperate to get rid of him. He's that much of a pain in the arse.
To be fair, right, Villa went in for him originally, and then they went, it's 3 million. 3
million
quid?
Damn it.
Well, if I did that in American accent, that would be my Randy Lerner impression. The club isn't worth that.
Real Madrid also signed Lucas Silva from Korea.
It does annoy me a little, actually, that players, even youth players at 18, are worth more than clubs. How ridiculous! So
he's not even 18.
If I was the chairman of Real Madrid, and I wanted, I don't know, Wayne Rooney from Man United, right? Wouldn't you just go, instead of paying the 90 million or whatever you want for him, I'll buy your club,
and then I'll take him off of you.
And then he's on my payroll, and then I'll force him to play for Real Madrid.
And I'll throw in a free tank of petrol.
just to
sweeten the deal.
You can't fly over, Wayne. We get free petrol. Get on the ferry.
To be fair, if it gets the Glazers out of United, then it's fine by me.
This is the breakdown of sort of like what Real Madrid have said. He'll spend at least 2 seasons with the Real Madrid B team, the Castilla. Then he'll spend a year on loan at a Premier League or Dutch team.
Premier League,
then he'll be in the, but only if they're in Europe. And then he'll be promoted to the Real Madrid proper. So
I'll tell you something.
He's at least 4 years away from.
That's a great way.
That's a good way to do it though, because if they just chucked him in now, it'd massively. It'd make them look like mugs, and it'd make him look. It wouldn't do justice to him.
Yeah, but to do basically a European tour and get 80,000 a week for pretty much not really going to play that much.
But he's gone to play for Castilla.
He's gone to play for Castilla for 2 years, week in, week out. And to be fair, if he impresses at a Premier League club, Real Madrid are going to have a problem because it will be the likes of Everton, Spurs that go in.
Yeah, they're not going to send him to Chelsea or.
Yeah, but Tottenham will go. Oh, you know what? If you aren't going to play him, we'll have him. We'll pay you.
It's like what Everton did with Gerard Deulofeu.
Yeah,
got him on loan and then tried to sign him, but instead he's now at Seville.
Yeah,
because that's a good move.
Yeah,
it's a little bit of a step. It was a little bit of a step down, at least from last season.
Speaking of Everton, have you seen how long Etu stayed there for? He's gone to Sampdoria.
Yeah,
Sampdoria.
Sampdoria. But
did you see him come off the plane though, with his shades on, just I'm here, guys.
He's like, you're right.
I've arrived.
Before we move on from us, I want to mention the Campbell move to Villarreal, because he's been loaned out everywhere during the European tour, and he deserves a lot better than being loaned out. If he wants to sign for Villa, if you're listening, Joel Campbell. I mean, if you're listening, make sure you tell us, because that'd be really cool. But
you could come into the studio sometime, maybe.
Tweet us.
If you are, and you want to join Villa, You want to join Villa? We are more than welcome to have you. And if Paul Lambert says any different, tell him I'll slap him. Anyway, we'll move on to what could be the first English player to play for Lazio since Paul Gascoigne. Ravel Morrison's in talks after West Ham gave him permission to speak to Lazio about a pre-contract agreement. So even if he agrees, he won't go till summer anyway. Ravel Morrison is actually a really good player.
He's a really good player. He's just kind of a dick.
Yeah, the problem is he likes hitting women, apparently.
Yeah.
He's been found innocent.
He's been found innocent.
But, allegedly.
Allegedly. So, you know what I don't get? And this is going to start a whole barrel.
Oh, God.
If everyone kicks off at Oldham for nearly signing Ched Evans, why is no one like, well, hold on, you've got a so-called woman beater before he was found innocent playing for West Ham. Why were they not kicking off then?
I'm going to maintain my silence.
We'll go from Ravel Morrison to Scott Sinclair, who apparently the talks are back on with Villa.
That is a sign of how badly his career's gone so far.
Scott Sinclair's career's gone Chelsea, Swansea, Man City.
Well, no.
Villa.
Chelsea, Swansea, Man City. Have we got a shovel, guys? I think so. We just did all that, and it's his radio.
Yeah, we keep doing stuff like this.
We still need to put a camera in it.
Yeah,
Stuart's just like, what are you guys doing?
I'll get one booked in for next time we do one.
Steve's just got to imagine us just doing the hand gestures of
we're just digging.
High, low, high, really, really low.
And then dig.
And
we'll go through the gossips. We have about 15 minutes left, so we're doing well time-wise this week. Come on,
yeah, we're actually on. That's why I'm holding my sounds, because otherwise we're going to need another memory stick.
It's also when we don't have Fowney, we actually stick to our plan.
That's because I'm not trying to I'm not bullying him. I'm not trying to burn him.
Yeah. By the way, Mark, I'm sorry you're sitting next to Graham. He has a habit of trying to burn people.
Only when it's Fowney. He's the only person here that I bully.
I saw the conversation earlier where you said, "Oh,
it was you."
Yeah, Matt Ty apparently said
you okayed it. I just decided not to.
Said Graham can burn you if he likes.
Okay. I felt the need.
I know.
To bully somebody.
Okay.
I know a really nice guy running for FIFA. Has links with some petrol. That really wound me up. That's gonna stick with me.
Or the other guy that's running for FIFA and he'll just chuck a pig's head at him. It's fine.
Or you can get some free vets off David Gin.
Yeah.
Gym tips.
Not controversial at all.
Anyway, gossip. Let's move on to it. I just said we were doing well, and we do that.
We do that, and
Real Madrid plan to make a move for Manchester United goalkeeper David De Gea when his contract expires in 18 months' time.
Get out of it. It's ours.
And get him on a free transfer. United don't get a say in the matter.
We've just got to offer him all the money in the world. Just offer him whatever it takes. Jesus.
Here's the keys to the club.
Here's some petrol.
Yeah.
Here's that free petrol courtesy of FIFA.
He's a fantastic goalkeeper.
He is.
You know.
PSG have held talks with Spurs to sign striker Emmanuel Adebayor. Adebayor.
I hate that man. Honest to God.
Wait. I want to hear Mark's disdain for Emmanuel Adebayor.
He couldn't hit a cow's arse with a banjo. Seriously.
When have you ever tried to do that?
Plenty of times.
He's from Ireland.
But no, does he know the offside rule? That was the one thing we found as an Arsenal fan. This boy...
We have the same issue with Demba Ba. He'd spend more times offside than onside.
Yeah, I valued Shemak
To be fair...
No, more than Adebayor.
To be fair, at least Adebayor didn't dive. Oh wait, no, he did that one time where he dived on his knees, didn't he?
Yeah. Ran the whole length of the pitch, didn't he?
Ran the whole length of the cliff, ran the whole length of the pitch, dived on his knees, had bottles chucked at him, and then you saw him just out of breath for running the whole length of the pitch. Just like, it's only worth it.
Does that not sum up the type of person he is? He's just...
Yeah.
And then didn't he get shot at?
Yeah, that was probably Arsenal fans, to be fair.
It wouldn't surprise you.
For the right price, I might. That was a joke.
Or was it?
Three members of that team actually died.
Moving on from this before, it gets too
I
deep.
meant should Adebayor.
On the Tongo bus when he got
He
shot,
won't miss.
3 players actually died.
He won't miss, he promises.
I just met as an Arsenal fan.
Anyway, moving on.
Swansea City and
Yes, we're in talks with Jack Clark.
What?
They're in talks with Jack Clark.
They're also trying to sign Blackburn striker Rudy Gestede.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah. Yeah, Rudiger said he scored against them last week, sent them out FA Cup, remember? That's an old Sir Alex Ferguson trick.
Yeah.
You play
You
really
played
well
really well against us. You must be
How
a
much?
quality player, not just
Does anyone remember Louis Sahar, who hardly scored for Fulham, but like scored 3 against United, so he signed him for like £15 million.
Yep.
He won the Champions League with them.
And the one
And
player,
he put in such a big contribution.
he played 30 seconds.
the one player that he decided against going with that rule was Paul Gascoigne. just to throw that out there.
Yep.
Liverpool boss Brendan Rodgers is considering summer deals for Hanover midfield player Lars Stindl and Leonardo Bittencourt.
He's a good player, Bettencourt.
Yeah, but a guy called Bittencourt playing in Liverpool is not going to end well.
Rodgers is also preparing a £29 million bid to beat off Paris Saint-Germain, Real Madrid and Juventus for 17-year-old midfielder Ruben Neves, known to be the new Sergio Busquets at Porto.
I feel sorry.
Sorry, which team did we say it is that's going to beat off interest for this kid?
PSG, Real Madrid and Juve.
Oh, Liverpool.
Liverpool think they're going to beat those teams.
Yes.
Beat
It's not
off
just
them.
that.
Okay.
It's not just that. I feel
Let's do. We could trade.
I feel really sorry for this guy Ruben Neves being known as the new Sergio Busquets.
That is-
Why would you want to be known?
Because he's quality.
Yeah, I know.
If Villa were to say, we've agreed a deal to sign Sergio Busquets, you would be buzzing.
Yeah, but if Villa said we've agreed a deal to bring Emil Heskey back to the club, I'd
You
be
would
buzzing.
improve the club a great deal.
In fairness, I wouldn't be buzzing because I loved Emil Heskey. Porto striker Jackson Martinez has overlooked a move to Tottenham, Liverpool and Everton for the opportunity to play in Serie A. Again, Serie A. Why would you? Serie A is like
It's a
fifth now in
it's a
the
staging
leagues.
ground, isn't it? Like
Yeah.
you get a bit better. Also, as of 20 minutes ago, Sky sources have reported that Chelsea are very close to agreeing a deal for Quadrado.
Yes!
Yeah, I was meant to bring that up.
And
myself.
previously they'd been saying, oh, it's like a straight fight between United, Chelsea, and apparently a
That's-
non-Premier League
That's,
side. But
that's
this-
come
yeah,
from Telegraph reporter Matt Law was a guy who reported that first. That's what Sky sources are. He also says, it hasn't come out properly, but this is what he believes, that bringing in Quadrado spells the end for Schürrle, who's
I would-
definitely on his way.
I would think so, yeah.
Apparently a deal's in place. I can't. A team wasn't mentioned, but a deal's in place
Well,
for Schürrle to go.
They've been saying Wolfsburg for a while, but then I think it was yesterday.
They're coming, apparently.
Somebody from Wolfsburg, like I think it might have been general manager or something like that, came out saying that we're not really that first.
Yeah. Man United midfielder Nick Powell could be handed a chance to revive his career by Hull Steve Bruce. I never understood the buzz around Nick Powell because he never really did anything before he was bought.
We bought him too young, he never
he
had
was
a chance.
playing really well for Crewe.
Crewe.
In League Two.
2.
Did they really think he'd just go, oh, you've been scoring loads of goals at Southend and Burton, have you? Oh, you can do it at Barcelona on a Tuesday night.
Hashtag Fowney just got burned.
Thowne's he's from Essex and supports Southend as his local
really?
team.
The fool.
Anyway.
So that's most of the
We've mentioned Jordan much. The Senegal player who I mentioned earlier is called Pape Souare. Actually,
Yeah,
the
he's
defender.
on his way to Palace.
Under 21 England under 21 striker Harry Kane will sign a new contract at Spurs to keep him there till 2020.
I do love the chance Spurs have fans for him. He's saying he's one of our own.
Yeah.
He was released by Arsenal like 2010.
I hate when clubs say that when they go to keep him at Tottenham until 2020. When have you ever known a player actually stay
see out a contract
until 2020? Chelsea. It says Chelsea prepare an appeal, which went through as we said.
Chelsea will not mark plans to Mark Lampard's return.
Yeah, and I'm not surprised at that too much either. Real Madrid forward James Rodriguez posted a picture on his Instagram account of himself and former Colombia captain Carlos Valderrama with a message: "Visit from the Great 10, my idol, my admiration." The Great 10. Why would you? That is the worst nickname in the world.
Not the great one, the great 10.
Yeah, that's right. We've got 10 of these people
Yeah.
who individually they're all right,
Maybe.
but combined, they're
Nah, to be fair,
The great 10!
because I'm looking at a picture of him, and maybe when he was playing, he was known as the Great One, but he seems to have let himself go.
So now they're a bit like,
Great.
there's been a bit of bad news for United in the transfer market as well. There's been two bits. No. Aside from that, Strootman is having surgery on his knee again.
Kevin Strootman, Roma's defensive midfielder.
That ends it even more than Roma consistently saying, "Nah, mate, we're not going to sell him to you." Yeah. And also, Matt Hummels has said that he's just going to focus on his football. Which basically means that we're going to try and buy him, and then we'll get knocked back, and we'll get him at the end of the season.
One more United round that's gone viral today. Man United have told season ticket holders they will be banned from the Premier League match against Sunderland on the 28th of February if they do not buy a ticket for next Tuesday's FA Cup replay against Cambridge United. Could you imagine if you're working that day?
That is disgusting.
You know that you're working. I can't get 80, but I really fancy the Sunderland game. Damn it. I think I'd buy a ticket anyway and not turn up just so I could stay and go to the...
No, it's disgusting. It's an absolute joke.
Anyway, so we'll go from gossips to predictions. Before we actually go through the predictions, we want to preview the biggest game in the weekend, quite possibly the biggest game of the season. Stamford Bridge, Saturday, 5:30 kickoff, Sky Sports. It's Chelsea versus Manchester City, where the winner takes it. In my opinion, the winner takes the title. Because with 16 games left, you can't imagine either team slipping up too much, really. Well, except for when they play Villa, of course.
Because everyone knows Mighty Villa are always there to put a stop to anyone's title.
In all fairness, they practically ended it for us last season, so you never know.
Yeah, Fabian Delph's little backflip. But do we really think if Costa does miss the game, that Chelsea will be impotent up front?
I don't think it would be impotent, but I think it would be a lot more difficult for them.
I mean, they've got like Remy, they've got Didier Drogba.
Yeah, Remy's good, and obviously Drogba's
not
the same as he was, but he's still a decent player.
I know Drogba's a legend at Chelsea, but it really irks me that he's ahead of like Remy in the pecking order. Because I know Drogba's a top-class player, but don't you want to be bringing in young players?
I just think there's a big step between like Costa and then the people who've got him to back him up. Like,
the problem Chelsea have got there, though,
down.
The problem is they've got no one that can really step up to Costa's level. Because the only person for me that's better than Costa in a striker format is Sergio Aguero.
Yeah.
Zlatan Ibrahimovic is below Costa to me.
At the moment, yeah.
Yeah, so...
A few years ago,
I would
you'd have put them up there together because they're both pain in the arse when they play.
I don't know. What do you guys think? Chelsea... We'll start with Matt, actually. So go on. State your belief that Chelsea are going to win the game and why.
I think we'll win the game because A, we're at home and we've got 100% record at home. B, we'll be fired up after the FA sort of stuff. Mourinho's fine, the Costa possible ban. Come back from a good performance against Liverpool. I must say Liverpool did play really well, so Stu, you can hold your head up for that. You didn't just roll over and die. But I think City without Toure aren't that frightening. They played 2 games without Toure so far, lost them both 2-0 to Arsenal and home to Middlesbrough. I don't think, without Toure sort of pulling the strings and being that influential in the field, I don't think they'll be that threatening.
I think it all depends on David Silva. If David Silva turns up, Chelsea have got a problem.
Just going on the thing of Toure, it's even worse now. People have always been saying, City can't win without Toure. But this season has been kind of average. And they're still horrendous without him. They just don't look right. Like, it doesn't matter who they put in there, even though they've still got very good players to go in.
Again, like I mentioned,
don't look
Costa,
right.
Toure's irreplaceable. Liverpool fans like you, Stu, are going to find out next year about that because Gerrard will be irreplaceable.
Yeah.
No one can replace that class. Who can you really bring in? I mean, they brought in Lampard and he's done a good enough job, but he's nowhere near the class that Toure is.
No, he never was.
Well, I don't know, maybe 2004,
different kind of
2005,
player, but like I don't think he was ever quite at that level. He was just an exceptional midfielder.
We'll start predictions with the City game then, and then we'll skip past it when we go through City, Chelsea. We'll start with the newbie. We'll go with Mark.
I think Chelsea are going to take it.
So I need to write these down. So Graham, you go with it. We need a score prediction for you.
1-0. 1-0 Chelsea.
1-0
I don't think it's going to be a pretty game.
No, Jose Mourinho doesn't like pretty.
He doesn't do pretty.
You know, I don't think City really much to hurt you.
Well, was that an insult on Jose Mourinho's appearance, or was it just
a bit of a
just tasting women? Anyway, so you go 1-0 Chelsea.
Yeah.
We'll go with Matt Ty, the Chelsea fan, next.
2-1 Chelsea.
Stuart Irvine on the phone.
I'll go 2-1 Chelsea.
Graham.
I'm going to go 1-0 Chelsea.
So we got 2-1-0 Chelsea's. We got 2-2-1 Chelsea's. That was weird to say. I'm going to go 1-1. Sit on the fence. It's a nice fence, this.
Is it comfy? Is it
Yeah,
not like the fence outside your house, which can fall over at any minute?
Yeah. Anyway,
Sorry, was it 2-1 Chelsea for
Stuart?
Stu,
as well,
yeah.
yes. That might happen a few times during this because, as we mentioned in other,
Our $9 grand doesn't go on
our
headphones.
£9 doesn't get spent in the way it should.
yeah, because
Same for you as well, Matt. Sorry.
Yeah, say it too often.
you're terrible at this.
Big game.
I
For,
was trying to
Come on,
open up.
Fowey can do this.
I was opening up a Word document.
big game for Villa this weekend.
We'll get on to that, Mark. We'll get on to that. We'll start with the early game, which is live on BT Sport, I believe.
Yep.
Hull City versus Newcastle in the Hatton Ben Arthur derby. Where Ben Arthur can play for neither of them,
But both at the same time.
but both at the same time. Could it be like a testimonial for him where he plays for Newcastle in the first?
He plays the first half for Newcastle and then he goes changes his strip. He runs out. It's like, come on, boys, let's kill him.
Then
Get
just in
in,
the
Tom.
last 5 minutes, he puts on the knee top saying, free me.
Yeah, he just like, ref, can I have a shirt? I need to play for everyone.
He just starts running the line.
In all seriousness, no, Hull need to bounce back after a disastrous 3-0 loss against West Ham in that last game. Newcastle lost to Southampton.
Still yet to win under new boss John
Still
Carver.
yet to win.
That's going to be such a boring game as well.
Well, on that note, John Carver had to come out and deny that their season's now
He's
right
drifting
off
away.
now. Well, no, because he was appointing everyone in the press are just going, Newcastle season's a write off now, mid-table. Well, that's fine.
He's kind of.
And he's gone. Well done. Watch us.
Oh yeah, give us a chance, like.
Yeah, I feel sorry for him, to be honest. We'll start with Mark.
0-0.
Which
I think it's going to be
Goals.
No, don't start.
No.
Mark, you will be introduced to this when high scores predictions come. You'll see.
Okay.
Matt Ty.
I'm going to go 1-0 Hull.
Yeah, and Stuart.
I'm going to go 1-1.
1-1 for Stu.
Graham.
I'm going to go 2-1 Newcastle.
goal
You
fest.
could almost say it was going to be a couple of goals, but not that.
Not yet. I'm going to go 2-0 Hull. Why not? They're at home. Give them an advantage. In the first of the 3 o'clock games at Selhurst Park, it's Crystal Palace versus Everton, which actually could be a very good game. Everton will be looking for revenge because Palace beat them at Goodison at the start of the season, if you remember, where Fraser Campbell got a couple of goals, I believe. Mark?
2-0 Palace.
Up the Palace. Matt?
I've gone 2-1 Palace.
2 with the goals are going up. Stuart?
I'll put 2-1 Palace as well.
2-1 Palace for Stu as well.
Graham?
I'm going to say it's 2-1 Palace.
I'm going to go 3-1 Palace.
Oh,
Goals!
Is it though 4? I think we need one more for it to be goals.
Alright, 4 goals for goals.
5.
Because we got 4 there. And
Yeah.
Kyle.
1, 2.
I do sport, alright? I can't count.
Stuart, Liverpool are at home on Saturday against West Ham, which is a really big game actually in terms of European qualification.
Weird to be saying that.
West Ham are on fire at the minute. You know what I mean? 3-0 against Hull, as we mentioned. Ground out a good result against Bristol City in the FA Cup on Sunday. That's going to be a tough test for you, don't you think, Stu?
Yeah, because the last time we played them, they beat us.
Well, yeah.
They had like
That's a fair point, Stu.
2-0 up in the first 15 minutes, and we were all over the place. But I think Daniel Sturridge is coming back, could start or something like that.
Yeah.
So I think it'll be a completely different game, and we're not actually in that bad of form.
No,
Yeah,
no,
I think
you're not doing that bad.
But you ain't exactly doing well either.
no, but we're not. At least we're not sort of losing games now.
Mm.
We're actually sort of still getting some
If
points.
Liverpool are to get any sort of European qualification this year, I think they have to win this game. They're a point behind West Ham in 8th now, and they're 5 points off 4th. If they're going to get that Champions League spot, they have to win this game.
we need to win this game and have like a really good like try and keep like February, try and be unbeaten in February. Because if we lose like another game against a team around us, I think that could be it.
And if you do that, hopefully you finish third, and then Graham will be receiving.
No.
Graham will
We
receive
don't need to talk about this again.
an ice bucket round his whole body. That's how you would say.
We still
An
need to
ice bucket
record Matt
challenge.
Thowney's for his
Matt Thowney needs to
shocking
do
prediction
an
the other
ice
day.
bucket challenge. But yeah, I want to plug that just so it gets more views. The deal is, if Man United finish. If Manchester United finish third, Graham doesn't have to do one. If they finish not third, and the Christmas special video, which you can go and find on our YouTube page.
But we won't be linking to.
You can go and find it on our YouTube page.
Or sharing.
If it gets to 100 views and United don't finish third, Graham does an ice bucket challenge. At the moment,
It's on 86,
on 86
as of just before this
recording.
episode.
So, there you go, guys.
That doesn't mean that
and-
we need to that you need to watch this, okay?
If you need more of an incentive to watch this, listen to the last 15 minutes or so where we decided, well, we didn't decide, we just kind of lost the plot in our predictions for where people were going to finish that season, and it just went a little crazy. Stuart
did flawlessly.
Stuart turned into a genius.
Me and Carl in front of the screen with all the positions available was still there just going, I don't know what to do!
I had a bit of a mare.
Listen to the madness.
A bit.
Manchester United versus Leicester is where
Oh,
we're
no,
going.
no.
We ain't done Liverpool, West Ham.
See, we need to stop talking over things. Chloe.
See?
Mate.
It was you, Stan, plugging it!
Mark.
2-1 West Ham.
Yeah.
Oh, what a guy.
I like him.
Matt.
1-0.
Stuart.
2-1 to Liverpool.
2-1 to Liverpool. Graham.
I'm going 2-1 West Ham.
I'm going 3-2 West Ham.
Oh,
Go!
Anyway.
Man United Leicester.
Yeah, Man United Leicester, where everyone remembers Leicester's
We
finest
don't need to
moment
talk
of the
about
season.
that.
Yeah, we do.
Fabulous. What is it? 5-3, I believe, in the end. King
Yeah.
Power Stadium. But to me, the best moment of that was actually Di Maria's chipped goal, which was just brilliant.
I know you don't like the fact after that result, Man United have gone strength for strength, where after that Leicester have gone pretty poor.
Well, look at it this way, right? In that result, Esteban Cambiasso scored. Cambiasso.
He's quality.
For
Don't
Leicester.
start.
Cambiasso is a quality defensive midfielder. Anyway,
The next Sergio Busquets, you could almost say.
Now Sergio Busquets was the next Cambiasso.
we're doing really well with time. Yeah, we're 7 minutes over as of right now. So we'll move it along quickly. Man United, Leicester, Mark.
3-0 United, unfortunately.
I like you. you can come back for another episode.
Matt.
I've gone 3-1 United.
Stuart.
I've gone 1-0 United.
1-0
1-0
United. You boring. Graham. Leicester win, yeah?
I'm obviously, yeah. No, I'm going for 3-0 United.
I'm going to go 2-1 United. It's going to be a lot closer than you think. Leicester aren't a bad side.
What did you say again? Sorry, Stu?
He said
I said
1-0
1-0.
United.
I can deal with that.
Stoke versus QPR in the let's see if we can not be last on match of the day game of the week. At the Britannia Stadium, it's not really going to be a great game. Stoke in 10th have nothing to play for, while QPR, yes, they need wins in their relegation.
They've got everything to play for. It's just a shame that they can't play.
Matt Thowney, who can't be here today because of scheduling issues, hates QPR, as you may all know. So it's a good job he's not here, really, because we'd have to make it a 2-0.
Go!
It's always through. Mark, Stoke QPR.
2-1 Stoke.
Yeah.
I think so. They played well against Arsenal.
Yeah, that's true. Matt Ty?
Did you forget my name there?
No, I was trying to... I forgot who was next.
2-1 Stoke.
Stuart?
2-0 Stoke.
2-0 Stoke for Stoke.
Graham's going to go...
I'm going to agree with Stu and go 2-0 to Stoke.
Sure.
I'm going to go 2-1 QPR.
Oh, they don't win away.
Controversial. They don't
I
win
know
at
they
home
don't
either.
win away.
They win some at home.
If they're gonna, as crazy as this sounds, I know Stoke away is a tough game, but if they're gonna win away, it's a mid-table side that have nothing to play for. So, Sunderland versus Burnley is a relegation battler. Sunderland in 16th, Burnley in 17th. So relegation 6 pointer without a doubt there at the Stadium of Light. Sunderland are in a they lost to Tottenham last week, but they won in the FA Cup. They weren't bad against Tottenham the week before.
Yeah.
I actually fancy their chances. Mark?
I think 0-0.
Did you not see the vibe I was throwing at you there?
I thought we were going to. You were 7 minutes over. I thought.
Yeah.
You just wanted to be the crack on with the prediction.
We don't really stick to the times that well.
Are we stuck to it even once yet?
No.
I'm pretty sure, I've only been here for this second season, but I'm pretty sure that we haven't stuck to it just once.
Well, look at it this way. Our first episode was 1 hour, 46 minutes. The most random number ever. I think we decided we were going to do an hour and a half, and still went over. We go over when it's 2 hours. It's crazy.
Yeah, the Christmas special was a rough one.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was. So Mark goes 0-0. Matt?
I go 1-0.
Stuart?
I 2-2.
2-2. Everyone's gone for a draw so far. Graham?
I am going to go... I'm going to say 1-0 Burnley.
I'm going to go 1-0 Sunderland.
Oh, someone's always going to be different.
Someone's got to, haven't they? I feel sorry for the guys. In hopefully the highest scoring game of the day where Tottenham can run riot, it's West Brom versus Tottenham at the Hawthorns. Tottenham are actually, they like playing at the Hawthorns. They do quite well. They tend to win. So, touch wood. Mark?
2-1 Spurs. I think they've got, like you said.
Well, that hurt you.
They've got, yeah, it did. But I can't deny it.
By the way, guys, I managed to get through the West Brom Birmingham game the other day without praying for a nuclear missile or anything like that.
I think the rest of the country had joined you in hoping for a nuclear missile, to be fair.
It doesn't need to hit West Brom, to be fair.
It already looks like it's kind of happened, to be fair.
Yeah. West Brom Tottenham, you say 1-0 Spurs.
1-0 Spurs.
1-0.
2.
You said 2-1.
2-1.
Yeah,
can't remember.
I'm that good, I confuse you, Joe. Matt, time?
I've also gone 2-1 Spurs.
Stuart?
I've gone 3-1 Spurs.
Oh.
Some goals
Yeah.
there, 3-1.
He said 3-1.
Thank you.
Sorry.
I'm gonna go 2-1 Spurs as well.
I'm gonna go 3-2 Spurs.
Goals!
Yeah. Berahino's in good form, so. And Ichibi got 2 last week. You know things are hellacious in a game when an
Well, to be
Ichibi
fair,
scores.
I'm pretty sure the
Birmingham.
world should have ended when Palace were beating Southampton. So they're going to Max scored in the
With
same
goals
game.
from Shaq, yeah.
And incidentally, that was also goals.
We've done the final game of Saturday where it's Chelsea Man City and the big showdown at the Emirates. It's Arsenal
The
versus
new boy versus the host.
It's Arsenal versus Aston Villa at half-1.
Oh.
And I have one question for you, Mark.
Do you feel lucky, punk?
Well,
No.
do you?
It's not that. It's not that. How are you going to deal with the disappointment of losing?
Ask a Villa fan. They'll tell you all about it.
No.
I think Alexis Sanchez is going to cause you guys a lot.
If he's fit,
If he's
that's
fit.
the problem.
Yeah.
So fingers crossed, like he falls down the stairs.
Just before the game and way up and
Yeah.
suddenly falls down. They're like, oh well. That's
It'd
it.
be awkward
We've
now if
lost.
he actually does, and
Yeah.
people are like,
There'll be
I swear I saw a young guy in a Villa shirt standing right behind
there'll be
him."
people photoshopping pictures of you into it, going, look what he done.
Yeah.
Please don't sue if that does actually happen.
Yeah, please don't sue us. And if you have to sue anyone, it's at Kyle Dixon.
Hey, wait. Hey, who said? Yeah, he would. Yeah. We'll start with Mark. Be gentle.
2-1 Arsenal.
He bruises easily.
Matt.
I don't have to be gentle. 4-0 Arsenal.
Ooh, I wouldn't even
I
do
like that. I like
no
that.
way.
I'm taking my mic back.
I like what you think, Matt.
Stuart.
2-0 Arsenal.
Stuart, you're not allowed to come on the show anymore.
What was that? Sorry?
2-0.
I've been clocking this in my head, guys, and Stuart, this is the 5th time you've gone against me.
We can't let this continue, Stu.
This is also
When
like
will it end?
What?
This is also like the 5th time you said you're not allowed back next week, and we've just rang him up and said, "You right, mate?"
It's
Graham.
They called my bluff.
I am going to go 3-0 Arsenal.
We're going to
Let me
make,
guess,
we're
I'm
gonna
not allowed
make
back
too
in the
much of a
show.
mess of it for it to be 3-0.
Yeah. Now, to be fair, they are playing the mighty Villa, so I'm going to go 2-1 Arsenal because we haven't got a hope in hell against an Arsenal side. They're in good form,
And they are looking good at the minute.
So,
Coquelin looks like a really good player. The defensive midfielder.
yeah. I mean, a name like that, you wouldn't.
He doesn't
think
really
he
help
would,
him,
would
but
you?
And
that's just because we're immature.
Anyway.
And finally on Sunday it is the mighty Saints hosting Swansea.
That could actually be a very
That would be a good
eye-catching
game,
They play nice football, don't they?
If Southampton are serious about a title challenge or anything like that, they need to be winning games like that. I don't think they are. I think they're just like, we'll take whatever you.
I would
whatever
love
you
to see that. At the end of the season, Saints going for title.
If Saints won the league, I think Matt Le Tissier will have a heart attack.
I think Mark Mullan might also join him in that as well.
Come on, it was only 10 years
As
ago.
long as they don't come third, then I don't care.
It was only 10 years ago that Southampton were... Matt Le Tissier had to score in the last minute to keep them in the Premier League. You know what I mean? It was only 3 years ago they got promoted. This is ridiculous.
5 years ago they were like mid-table of League 2.
Know your role, Southampton.
You're just mid-table, you're not this good. Will they do a Newcastle of a few years ago, get quite challenge for Europe and then just
Without
drop
doubt.
off
If they get Europa League, they haven't got the squad to deal with it. Southampton are actually my FIFA team, so I know their squad quite well.
That makes you obviously like an expert in the team, doesn't it?
well,
Playing as them on FIFA, I know what I'm talking about.
Look at it this way: do you know when all your players are unfit and you bring in the people who are meant to be your reserves?
Yep.
Like United are doing this season.
Like United are doing this season. Southampton's reserves on FIFA are their youth team.
James Ward-Prowse.
Yeah. I mean, the youth team are very good.
Yeah.
But I don't think they got the squad to deal with it. I just read something that said the referee the other night, Stuart Atwell, I think, for the Chelsea game, will have the final say on Costa's appeal. So, yeah. And that's another thing we didn't mention as I'm reading it. West Brom this week, have signed Callum McManaman. We didn't mention that. That's a great sign for
That's a
West
good
Brom.
sign for them. We're running over, so
We're running over.
we'll have to.
So much to go through. That's because we missed a week.
Never enough time.
I don't know what game was on the Monday.
There isn't one.
Was there not a game on the Monday? Matt took the page away from me.
Because Southampton Swansea was the last game.
Was that the last game? So we are actually done. Only.
We just got to get everyone
Just
else's
go
predictions for Saint Swansea.
Oh, we didn't do that.
Yeah. What do you reckon, Matt?
No, sorry, I've just read something saying Peter Crouch has signed his new contract extension and quote says, I want to target trophies while I'm with Stoke.
Are you taking the piss?
Actually, no. That's not the funny thing. He says, I thoroughly enjoyed my time here, which still isn't the funny thing. Right from the very first moment I walked in the doors. Don't you mean, and this is an appropriate pun, that he crouched through the doors? To be honest. Anyway.
From the moment I squatted down on hand and knee and crawled in.
In fairness, Peter Crouch used to play for Villa, and the Villa fans had a chant of "There's only one Rodney Trotter." Resemblance. We'll do the prediction for the Saints game because there's got to be some sort of Saints fan listening, like with their coupons, like, "What do I write?" Yeah, just listen to Graham's. We'll start with Mark.
Yeah, my Super 6 is pretty good at the moment.
2-0 Saints.
Matt.
I have gone 3-1 Saints.
Stuart.
I've gone 2-1 Southampton.
Graham.
I'm going 2-1 Saints. And what did Stu say? Cause
He said 2-1 Saints. I totally forgot about that. Nobody's gone for goals yet, so I'm going to go 4-1 Saints.
What?
Well, if
Wow,
Swansea,
no one has gone for Swansea.
Swansea are in a bit of bad form. They lost to Blackburn, guys.
They didn't
They're
have 9
still a
men.
really good
And
team.
Sigurdsson is injured.
He's injured.
Boney's still not
Suspended,
there.
sorry.
Suspended, yeah.
Suspended for 3 games for being a bit of a ping.
Someone else is suspended
Bartley.
as well. Bartley.
Yeah.
So, sucks to be them. So we are actually all done. We're only actually 19 minutes over, which is good for us.
We've trimmed it down quite a lot from the usual.
That's quick for us.
Mark, how did you enjoy your time on the Arcade Football Podcast?
Loved it. Yeah, thanks very much for having me.
Well, yeah.
We've got to get rid of Fanny at some point because got to cut off a dead weight.
Pickings were slim, so
We'll review your performance.
Scraping the Arsenal fans, yeah.
We'll send details to your agent about the new contract.
Yeah.
yeah. We'll call you.
Yeah.
I'm joking.
You know, we'll find you.
So yeah, thanks for Mark for joining us, Graham and Matt in the studio. Stuart, thanks for ruining your phone battery for an hour and 2 minutes.
That's fine. It's all good.
We hope you will all listen again in the next episode, which is episode 11.
But not to the Christmas episode.
And the Christmas special.
But definitely not to the Christmas.
Definitely the
Nah,
Christmas
nah,
special.
don't worry about it. It's
All
fine.
listen to the Christmas special.
No, yeah, all like 5 on our phone.
Next week we might not actually do an episode. We'll just have a rerun of the Christmas special. No, in serious, we'll be back next week for episode 11. We hope, unless the man upstairs keeps us down.
He's always keeping us down with a lack of headphones and...
Breaking into the studio 2 weeks ago.
Okay. As much fun as we have to end it there. So yeah, make sure you join us next week. Make sure you watch the big game on Saturday, Manchester City away at Chelsea, as well as Villa losing to Arsenal.
And there's also transfer deadline day.
And transfer deadline day, which I'm not exactly sure the day of. It's confusing me because usually it's the end of the month, but that's Saturday, so that's unlikely because people are playing. Which isn't usual. It might be Tuesday.
I think I had Monday. We'll find out at some point.
We'll sort it out for you.
We'll put something on the Facebook page or something.
We'll find out. Definitely find out. But yeah, make sure you listen to that. We make sure you keep checking our Facebook page, our Twitter page, and our blog all the time as usual. But especially on transfer deadline day, which is the 3rd of January.
No, 2nd of February, mate. 3rd of January was 3 weeks ago.
2nd of February even, yeah. Read the wrong date.
Well played.
Make sure you check out the Facebook and Twitter. We'll have all up-to-date stuff. Hopefully, if Graham does stuff. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, we will have up-to-date all the transfers when we get it. So make sure you listen to that, and make sure you listen to us next week.
Definitely.
Anything else I've got to plug, guys? Anything else?
Mancini's confirmed he's interested in Yaya Toure.
No.
Okay.
Good one, Dan.
Yeah, so that's it. Yeah?
Yes, definitely.
Anything else before I go? Yeah, make sure you listen to us next week.
United for 3rd.
And on that joke, we wish you we wish you a happy week.